Club. Today we're going to be learning more about figurative language. Last time we learned about similes and metaphors, but today we're going to be going on to something a lot more fun. It's called puns and oxymorons. We often use them in speech, we just don't realize, but they're a lot of fun, and we're going to get into it today. We're first going to start with oxymorons. Now, before I tell you what an oxymoron is, I want you to look at this word and this statement and tell me what you think is wrong with it. Now, when I tell you that something is inside out, what do you guys think of? Nicole, make sure you're paying attention. Can you tell me what I just said? What did I just ask you? Okay. Yeah, you were listening. I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome. So, inside out, what do you think of? Right. Yeah, you think of t-shirts. You usually think of clothing, maybe a bag that's inside out. But now let's think about English grammar. Does that really make sense that something is inside out? No, exactly. Great job, Nicole. It really is something sounds wrong about this. Now, this is an oxymoron. An oxymoron is a figure of speech in which it is apparently contradictory in the term. So, inside and outside are actually complete opposites. But when you bring them together, it's called an oxymoron, and it's actually something that we use a lot, and it makes a lot of sense. When something is inside out, it's like a t shirt, it's saying it's on the wrong way. But to actually put the words inside and out together make no grammatical sense, and they actually should be contradicting each other. But when it's in an oxymoron, they come together. Now, we're going to look at more of these. Okay. Now, can anyone raise their hand and tell me what they think of these? Allison, yeah, I'm happy to hear from you. What do you think when you hear virtual reality? This is something a lot of kids know about. It's something in today's day and age we're using a lot. So tell me what you think. Exactly. And you feel like you have virtual reality has a lot to do with technology and you feel like you know a lot about technology also, so this one was a good one to ask you. That's awesome, Allison. I'm so happy to hear that. Exactly. Virtual means it's fake, it's on a computer, but reality means it's happening, it's real. So to put those two words together, it's just saying that what you're doing on the computer feels so real. Oh, the next one has a little typo. Only choice. Now, that doesn't really make so much sense. When you say choice, that means that you have a lot of choices in front of you. But we're saying only, which means only one. So when it says that, those two words come together here in an oxymoron. And they actually make sense. When you say something is your only choice, Nicole, right? You're saying something is your only choice. It's saying that you kind of have to do this. You don't really have choices. And again, a small crowd doesn't really make any sense because when you say crowd, that means a lot of people. But you're saying it's small, you're saying it's really just a small group of people. Good job, everyone. Okay, now moving on. The next one we're going to go to are puns. Puns. Before I say what a pun is, can anyone read this statement? Allison, yeah. Baker. Baker. The baker didn't need butter to make bread. So, do you see anything wrong with this? Maybe you could ask a friend for help. Okay. Nicole, why don't you help her out? Exactly. You see that the word need is spelled wrong. So a pun is kind of using like a play on words. It's a joke that brings up it's a word that you use possible different meanings in this case. Like it's a play on words. So here we're going to say here the word need is like you need bread, but The way it should have been written is N-E-E-D, like the baker didn't need it. But we used a play on words, which is called a pun, to use in the sentence because need, like kneading bread, is what a baker does. So I want you guys to now think amongst yourself what other puns you could come up with and plays on words.